Okay, this is cooking a cake on a small scale. We'll be using our micro recipe here, mixing 6 grams of sugar, 5 grams of butter, then adding 6 mils of egg and half a mil of vanilla essence. We'll separately mix 10 grams of flour and 0.4 grams of baking powder, and then add to it about 5 to 6 mils of milk. Cook for 175 degrees centigrade for about 20 to 25 minutes. Here we go then, here's the recipe. First we take the butter into our standard 100 ml beaker, and we add to that our sugar. Being such a small scale, this will mix really quickly. So there, you should be able to see that. That's more or less mixed. Into that now we put the egg, 6 mils of egg, and half a mil of vanilla essence. And that goes. Again, give it a mix. It doesn't take very long. There we go. Now we pre-mix some flour and some baking powder. 0.4 grams of baking powder, 10 grams of the flour. In goes the flour. In goes the baking powder. Give that a mix. And then we add that to the rest of our mixture. It goes. Again, mix up. So there's our cake mixture. All we need to do now is to add about 5 or 6 mils of whole milk. And it goes to make our cake batter. And we're going to put that into a standard evaporating basin, which has been lightly greased on the surface with, again, some of the butter. So here we go, in that goes. Being such a small scale, quite a lot of the mixture is left on the walls of the beaker, and you might spend a few seconds, just as I'm doing here, getting as much of that as you can out with the spatula to maximise the size of the cake that we get at the end. That's one of the consequences of the microscale that we're baking on here. So there's the mixture ready to go into the oven. So we can get rid of the tabletop. And the oven's been pre-prepared at 175 degrees centigrade, and in it's going to go for 20 to 25 minutes. Start the stopwatch, into the oven, close the oven, and we'll come back in about 20-25 minutes time. Okay, the cake's been cooking for about 22.5 minutes, so it's time to have a look at what we've got. And there we have it. Just bring the surface back. You see the cake there. It's quite hot to handle straight out of the oven. The heat-proof gloves make that okay. So there's our little single cupcake or fairy cake. The point of baking on such a small scale is, of course, the speed with which you mix the ingredients minimising the use of ingredients, and we can do experiments in the lab on such a small scale. So let's have a look what it's like when it comes out. I'll just use the side of the glove there, hopefully. Tap the cake, there it comes, quite easy to come out. And one tiny small little cupcake. It's still, of course, very hot and still cooking inside, but we'll have a look in any case. Just cut into it there, and you should be able to see the nice clear cake crumb structure, nice and soft and fluffy, and it seems to come off. And there we are, baking a cake on a micro scale.